My name's Sanchia, and I'm playing a series of female roles in The Butterfly Lion. Bertie's mother is probably the larger one. And then I'm also playing a nurse after the war. I'm playing a matron at the school, and I'm playing Millie's nanny when she was a girl.
Okay, great. What is it about the story of The Butterfly Lion that appeals to you?
I don't think there's anything not to appeal to you, really. I mean, it's just one of those real kind of heartwarming tales, but it's just very, it's heartfelt as well, so it doesn't come across as, it doesn't pull on the heartstrings in the wrong way. It does it in all the right ways. It's just a lovely tale of a family, really, and their struggles, and of a child growing up from, we see him from literally being born until after his death, so it spans a lot in the short time.
Okay, great. And you mentioned that you're playing a number of different roles. How is that to work as part of an ensemble and have lots of different roles to take on?
Well, it's actually quite challenging because a lot of the roles that I'm playing are quite, especially the smaller ones, are of a similar nature. So I'm playing a nurse and a matron. So it really is just going to be probably suggested in with something simple, because some of them only have a line or two lines, just with accents. Possibly. I'll have to practice some first. And just small costume changes and things. So, but it just certainly does keep you on your toes, because you're kind of like, who am I next? Where am I coming from? What am I doing? So.
And so when you're not playing one of those roles, what are you doing the rest of the time?
You're worrying about where you're coming on from next.
But you're on stage and helping tell the story.
You are. I mean,
time,
yes, there's lots of different kind of, as well as being characters, then you're coming out, and then you're also part of the main kind of narration story as well. So you have another kind of character or characteristics for that, where we're kind of, that represent the spirit of the lion who's through it. So when we're not playing a specific role, we step back, but we're not then disengaged. We're still engaged with the ensemble at all times. So basically, I think everybody is on stage all of the time in some shape or another doing something.
So a couple of weeks into rehearsals now, can you tell us a bit about how that process has been and what you're enjoying?
I mean, everything's enjoyment. It was really, I think the first time that the puppets came in was the kind of moment that everybody had been waiting for, and it certainly wasn't a disappointment at all. In fact, it was the contrary, just to see them and watch them, because, well, I'm just speaking for myself, but I don't think any of us have particularly got puppeteering experience. So, unfortunately, apart from a butterfly, I don't actually get to puppet any, but it's lovely to watch the other actors working and making them, take on a life of their own, the puppets, and that's been my favourite thing so far.
And do you have a favourite puppet to watch?
Yes, I mean, I do. I'm just in love with the little white fluffy lion cub. But that said, when the lion grows and gets older, I think that's probably the most beautiful to watch, because it's just got a different kind of grace and movement. And I think, in a way, you can see more of a character in it, because it's just kind of open to interpretation, all its movements, because it's so kind of mercurial and just flows beautifully.
Brilliant. And what do you hope the audiences who come to see The Butterfly Lion will take away with them when they leave?
Well, I hope that, I know that it is going to appeal not just to children, but largely to adults as well, as a lot of Michael's books do, even if they are kind of perhaps aimed at an audience of children in the first place. I think the success of his stories is that they also appeal to adult sensibilities as well. So I just hope it's the kind of play that you can come away with, that all the family have enjoyed it, not just the children and the mum and dad were kind of slightly, bored. I think this is going to be fun for everyone, and probably, hopefully, it'll be the parents that are pushing to come back again, as well as the children.
And do you have a particular moment in the story that is your favourite, that you think audiences should look out for? Well, there's lots of very humorous French accents going on, and lots of I mean, although some of the story is, tragic and terribly sad, there are some really great comedy moments that we're milking to full effect, hopefully. So I'm really enjoying watching those. But also, I think I think basically my favourite part is the arrival in Africa and everything that takes place there. So I hope we can create a really amazing African landscape through music and performance, and open up people's imaginations to what it might be like in a country as beautiful as that, really. So
I'd look forward to Africa, which is about 30 pages, so it's quite a lot to look forward to.